Welcome in a Wednesday edition. Blue Sky Live here with you this morning. Chase Parham, Neal, McCready, Clark Ford Studio. Get into a little AI today. Neal and I typically hate it, but you know what? It's in the world around us.
I'm not sure I know how to do it.
You haven't delved into it much. Hadn't gotten into the ChatGPT, the Gemini,
I haven't done it yet.
The Grok.
I've seen Grok.
All right.
I've not asked Grok to do anything.
I feel like I've been pretty consistent on where I am with AI. I know that it's in our lives. I know we're going to have to combat it. I think it's a terrible thing for the way college students are using it and cheating and manipulating their content and
not learning,
and not even a little bit, and being really stupid on the ways they get caught. Frankly, where I think the punishment should be excessively severe and punitive to curtail it at this point publicly, to try to kill it.
I agree.
Yes, Ryan, you're correct there. I'm not going to say it out loud, but yeah, 100%.
Quote again, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll say it.
I mean, I told Neal a little different mindset in the last couple of days.
At least you didn't write about whether Chris Beard's leaving for the NBA.
I did not. No, to my knowledge, that's not a news story for today. Yeah, it's interesting because I use AI a little bit more than maybe I thought I would, but I have a very, very firm sense of how I think you should use it. I think that you should have a proficiency in a subject and know how to use it and do the thing, and then allow it to save you time on something you already are very proficient in doing, because that would allow you also to catch any mistakes it makes. You go, hey, save me a little time, help me here, then I'll go back, I'll review it, I'll make sure it's whatever, versus some people just go, hey, this is what I do. And I mean, some people leave the prompts in when they give you an answer, and you're like, I see you literally where you put the sentence in, asking it to do the thing that you ask it to do. So there's that. But anyway, we'll get into it in a second. Blue Sky locations all through the state of Mississippi, up and down I-55 throughout North Mississippi as well, including down in Macomb with the epicenter. Sweet Daddy's locations at a lot of those stops. You can get catering options, family, extended family, all the way up to some corporate gatherings if you'd like them to take care of that. Ribs, pulled pork, side items, and plenty more. Lunch special here local. So many different options. Again, Oxford and beyond in the state of Mississippi. And again, coming to you from the Clark Ford Studio.
We are Clark Ford's in Amory, Mississippi, 662-257-1900. Call that number, ask for Corey Clark. Tell Corey what Ford product you're looking for. He'll send you a quote within 15 minutes in business hours, right to the bottom line. No hassle, no haggle. You get your quote. The rest's up to you. You can shop that quote around. You can do what I've done, what I recommend that you do, and that's hop into a Clark Ford today. Again, 662-257-1900. Corey and the people at Clark Ford, they want to be your car guy. They want to be your truck guy. They'll prove to you what it means when you make the call. 662-257-1900. Guest join on the Campbell Clinic hotline. From fractures and sports injuries to complex spine and limb conditions, the pediatric orthopedic physicians at Campbell Clinic in Oxford are the only specialized pediatric orthopedic team in North Mississippi, providing expert care for growing bodies. Visit CampbellClinicOxford.com to schedule an appointment or call 901-759-3111.
Yes, I have seen that situation with the message board. I will pass along info there as soon as I can. You're okay though. There's not going to be any crazy taking over or anything. So anyway, I was looking in the Slack channel as you asked that to make sure I was correct, and yes, that's the latest information I have. So I'll let you know. Yeah, no, I think again it would be dumb to completely act like it doesn't exist and to ignore it and to not even use it in some ways. I mean, I do. There's
what is Gemini?
It's another version. It's like ChatGPT. It's just another one. There's 1,000.
So do you pay for ChatGPT? I'm admitting my stupidity here. I see Grok on X.
Yeah, you can ask Grok anything on X and it will answer. ChatGPT, there is a free option and there is a pay option. I think there's multiple pay options, but I'm not 100% on that. I do pay a small amount for ChatGPT just because when I'm using it for something, I get pissed if it tells me That's what happens a lot of times with premium services is I start using it, and then when the free version runs out, I go, this is just annoying me. So it's an amount that I'm okay paying. So I do pay a little bit, I think, for ChatGPT. I don't use it every day, but I use it multiple times a week. I use it like Google sometimes. If I can't get a Google search to answer me the way I want, I'll ask it and see what it says. It's not always right by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, I feel like with a lot of people, especially younger people, using it as a crutch, not a tool, there's a difference, that they're just taking it at their word and just going with it.
Mhm.
And it makes way too many mistakes for that. It does a pretty good job of creating for me some basic agreements, some basic contracts and stuff that then I can have somebody look at quickly and already have sort of a baseline, save some times in those ways. There's definitely things that it's good at. So yeah, I like it. It's done some image work for me. Now the images you got to be careful. A lot of people use it for Grammarly. I use Grammarly, which is help you write emails and things like that, papers and whatnot. And then well, you do have some AI experience because I gave you the site that does the transcriptions a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah, Descript.
Yeah.
Which is a time saver.
Yeah, it takes any audio file, it transcribes it in minutes, it removes the filler words, the yeahs and uhs.
Now you
and
still
things
have
like
to go
that.
read the quotes because the quotes sometimes aren't exactly right.
Yeah, but it does save time. There's
Yes,
no doubt
no
about
doubt,
that.
no question.
And there's multiple of those. I was meeting with Reagan, our summer intern, yesterday about a story she's working on, and she uses a different one that even the free version of whatever the one she was using. And now maybe Descript does this too. I just have not discovered this with it and really tried to fill out all the different things that it does. But she had used hers to transcribe a lengthy interview she had with somebody in a story she's working on for me right now. And it even gave bullet points and summaries and everything above the transcription and told you everything that it was about in like 10 keywords and like key points and things above the transcription. So it was even summarizing many parts of the interview.
I mean, I'm sure
I'm
sure my kids all use it. I just have never gone down that road yet. Maybe I'll start sometime.
I think because
I don't really have I don't really have the kind of quotas you've got. You know, my quota's already been sort of met.
It's true.
I could phone this thing in.
I can't comment in either direction right now. I have no ability.
I can just,
I
might get paid to phone it in here soon. I don't know what's going on.
You know that scene in Zoolander when he parks it sideways and can't go either direction? That's kind of where I am right now, where I go, I can't talk about the future. I can't talk about the past. I'm just stuck right here staring at him going, yeah, okay, that's good. I get
I mean, sometimes I think, Jimbo Fisher, and then I'm thinking, hey, I might live that life.
I get, like Ryan says, I use Grammarly when I retook Comp 2 last year. It helps a ton. I'll use it again when I get into my BSN, MSN work. The problem with that, especially in a helping you write things, and I get that I'm being man and cloud and bitter because I do write for a living. But my problem with that is you're not actually having interaction with the person anymore. You're getting this, like when we exchange emails and you use Grammarly to basically send me or use ChatGPT to go, hey, write a friendly email to this person saying this. It's not us talking anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And it creates even false senses of tone, of how you feel, of the way you would interact if we were having a conversation. There's some things with it in that way that just really, 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 really bugs me. So again, not a criticism. I mean, I use it for things that lawyers or accountants or somebody would be like, "Oh my God, you're being a complete and utter freaking idiot right now." And I give, me, the idiot.
No, but I do think anything that limits interactions is negative. You and I were talking about the Cattell Marte thing before the show. The Diamondback second baseman who literally broke into tears the other day. He was being heckled by a fan who was talking about his late mother who died in a car crash in 2017. That's insane. I mean, but
beyond the pale.
It's the stuff that happens now because people have taken They don't have as many interpersonal interactions. Everything is online, where there are no consequences. There's just a weirdness to. It's the part of the whole AI thing that I don't like. Not just AI, but all of it in general is this. Nobody talks. It's a lot of that.
Our
I'm
our insistence as society to use social media, even to text, because you're still not. I mean, when you have a conversation over text, you're still not interacting with the person in anywhere near the same way.
No.
I mean, we don't talk on the phone hardly anymore. Forget face to face. I mean,
Yeah.
phone calls have become. I mean, it's almost become like a running joke. But even when a lot of people my age is, hey, I don't want my phone to ring. I don't want it to vibrate. I leave it on silent. You go, hey, just text me if it can be at all a conversation. I don't want the 3-minute phone call. Like I'm stay out of my lane. And I don't mind phone calls. I don't have a problem with that. I would rather be efficient with talking versus texting, even though I don't mind long text. But I do the ring thing. I leave my phone on sleep mode most of the day. And if somebody calls me, I'll just call them back. I have you in my favorites because it'll ring through and I'll
I'm
get
flattered.
it.
Thank you.
There you go.
That's
But
sweet.
it's because I leave it on sleep mode all day. So I have like 5-6 people who, if they call, it comes through. But otherwise, I'll look down and go, "Oh, so and so called. Let me call them back real quick." But I don't leave my phone on ring during the day. It's always on sleep mode.
Interesting.
I don't know. Well, it's like I wear a watch so it'll buzz my thing, but I only use that at certain times because if it's on sleep mode, my watch isn't buzzing either. I don't know. Is your vibrate on your phone or off?
Off.
Yeah. Because that used to be a thing. You'd turn your ringer, not you, but just the understood you, would turn your ringer off, but turn your vibrate on at that point.
I'll pay you money if you use the word deep.
I didn't even put it on my credential. I
mean, I will literally pay you money if you use the word deep with the microphone. In front of that.
In front of the 600 people in the room.
Yes.
Hey, Lane, Chase Farm, inside the Rebels. I have a deep question real quick for you.
No. It's not where the word's got to go. Nope. That's not it. But if you say, hey, Lane, Chase Farm, deep inside the Rebels, I'm totally in. I mean, oh, my God. I might make the trip for that. I might drive to Atlanta for that.
Oh, God.
If I know it's coming, I could just stare at Lane because I think he'd get shook.
Just stare at you, go, huh?
He would look at Kyle. Like, what's happening? I wasn't prepared.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
Because you got the big ballroom, and then you got like the TV media, or like the TV web room or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, God.
The key to whatever. Real quick, we're gonna get to the ChatGPT thing in a second. The key, by the way, to using it effectively is figuring out the prompts and exactly how to ask the questions. Because I have learned a lot in using it that how you phrase the questions is very beneficial. Even this morning, like when I asked it to do the Ole Miss football season, like you have to be pretty thorough in what you're.
I was going to
asking
ask you,
do.
what did you ask it?
Yeah, and I'll go over that in a minute because I can pull it up and tell you exactly what I asked it.
Okay.
First, though, I ran a poll last night on our toothbrush situation from yesterday that apparently was shaking people into the evening because I was getting Twitter mentions and comments as people were listening to the show. As the day was moving
more
on.
Correspondence from friends yesterday about
teeth brushing.
Teeth brushing. It'd be toothbrushing in some parts of the country, but teeth brushing than I did maybe anything that I've done in probably since the thing I wrote about Carson's soccer career. No joke.
Which says a lot, doesn't it?
Since
in every
January.
way. In every way.
It is validating in so many ways. When I have people that are like, man, you guys don't stick to sports enough. I'm like, well, we do when it's appropriate.
It's June the 25th.
I mean, Ole Miss doesn't play this week in anything.
I ask a computer to predict the season today.
I mean,
we should add it to Neal's picks, by the way. Let ChatGPT get a pick on the games.
Well, depending on what all happens, maybe we will. Who knows?
You might need the help.
Hey, it might be my company.
Neal, ChatGPT, Gemini, Grok, the quad standings.
Mr. Quarter.
Yes, exactly. Gus, Rizzo.
Yeah.
Left, right ball.
Yeah, could be.
Oh God. 73.9% of you out there, about 1,000 votes, said that you do rinse your mouth out after brushing your teeth.
Yeah.
73.9. 26.1% of you were with me where you don't. I probably didn't give enough information there with the third category, which I do sometimes too, is what if you use mouthwash right after? It creates a separate category of such on how you're answering this, because I will for sure mouthwash after flossing, but not always after brushing.
Like Scope or whatever?
Yeah, Listerine, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm fine just shocking the hell out of my mouth with the alcohol. It's fine. Yeah. What was the really strong stuff back in the day? Like, is it like Dr. Tishner's or something like that? Was that one? Is that right? Is that what they did?
No.
Okay.
I don't know that I've ever done anything other than Scope and Listerine.
Really? I thought my grandmother had Dr. Tishner's. Yeah, Dr. Tishner's peppermint mouthwash.
Oh.
TICHENOR''S.
Oh, now that you say that, I think my grandmother had that too.
It's like a weird yellow-green liquid.
I don't know.
Kind of looks like urine, honestly, in the bottle a little bit.
I'm too old to remember the details, but I do know that does ring a bell.
Yeah. Dr. Tishner's all-natural peppermint mouthwash concentrate. I can get it at Walmart right now.
Doris said you had to dilute it.
The Tishner's?
I think that's what he's saying.
Okay. Maybe I didn't, and that's why I went, whoa.
Yeah. You were like Kevin in Home Alone. When he puts this aftershave on his face.
Okay, so Tupelo says, I interpreted rinsing out mouth after brushing included mouthwash, so that's how I voted. Okay, so if most people did that, then we don't know the water mouthwash breakdown on the 73.9% of the yeses.
I don't know how I'll get through my Wednesday, but I'm going to try.
I mean, we can follow up. I
It's
have unlimited,
up to you.
all the polls. Oh, really? Ryan says most mouthwashes are bad for your oral microbiome. Okay. Yeah, Doris says, yeah, strong as hell, concentrate. Yeah, no, we just went with it as a kid. So that explained a lot. I remember it now all these years later and went, that was some
Now you know why.
That was some tough stuff.
You weren't supposed to do it that way.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, it's celebrating you people now on YouTube that apparently comment a lot or something, because we've got crowns and rankings and things here on the stream. I don't know. That's just a new thing here recently. We did not do that. It just popped up.
Oh, yeah. I've noticed it, but I was like, I didn't know what that was.
Romulus, thanks, Super Chat. Appreciate all y'all do. Yeah, we're just hanging out, just having a good time here on this.
Appreciate you for hanging
on this
out
Wednesday
with us.
morning.
I mean, it's
It's
June.
comedy hour.
It's June.
Our version of the Lebitard show. We're just hanging out, talking, chilling.
I don't know whether I have mad respect for or sympathy for the people who have to do just nothing but hot takes every single day. Hot takes every single day. Real sports hot takes every single day. I guess today you would just focus on NBA draft and you'd focus on the trades that got made yesterday with Porzingis and stuff. But man, I don't know how you have so many opinions.
When you don't.
Yeah, you're making them up. You don't really have them.
I mean, you don't. You find something to be really loud about, either in a this is the most awesome thing in the world, or this is the worst injustice known to man to my sports team.
Yeah, I watched it yesterday with Barstool, who I think's gotten really bad about it. Like, really bad.
You think they've just gotten worse, period.
I do.
Because you used to sort of.
I almost admired them a little bit, and
yeah.
I've now gotten to a point where I detest them. I had to resist the urge yesterday to go, God, just come back and say you were wrong. You do the thing you do, and you do all this weird content, and I don't have much respect for it. It lacks any integrity at all. Any. I mean, I'm not. And again, what we do isn't important. It's just sports. But at the same time, you can't say you're a journalism outlet and have no integrity at all and expect people to have any respect for your work.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Randall. I pay attention to zero things at Barstool outside of kind of noticing some things Portnoy does, and then the golf guys. They're really good.
Okay.
And that's it.
If I were the golf guys, I would be getting frustrated with the rest of the content.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I do. I like the golf guys. Now, I'm kind of out on golf right now in general, but yes, I agree there in a lot of ways. Yeah, I think you guys are getting ranked by just interaction. That's the way I think it's. I think that's how it's happening. So it's all good. Let's see. Let's see. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll talk about the computer program a little bit. First, Prize Picks, the place to turn your sports knowledge into cash. With millions of members, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win $2,000 extra cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks. They put their members first. Withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When the picks hit, you get your money in as quick as 15 minutes. It's easy to use. Create a lineup. All you have to do is pick more or less on a few players' stats to win up to $2,000 extra money. Best way to win real money this season. Which players you're going with, which ones aren't. Making the picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your sports takes into real money all season long. We've given you a couple winners here. Ronald Acuna would not have been a winner yesterday. He had a rough game, even though the Braves win again, 10-1 against the Mets in the last 11 as they're running it out. You got soccer picks today. You got WNBA picks today. It's a light day, but maybe some of those fantasy scores. Cal Raleigh back on the list today. He's leading the major leagues in home runs with 32 right now. So
he's really good.
His fantasy score. What was it, Big Dump or Big Dumpy? Or
Big
what?
Dumper.
Big Dumper. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. There you go. That is his nickname. So anyway, download the app today. Use code MPW to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's MPW. $50 instantly. First $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game.
We're also brought to you by Comer Heating and Air, Southern Air Conditioning and Heating. You may have noticed it's really hot outside. If you start having some issues with your air conditioner, you need to get on top of that quickly. If you live in Oxford, Batesville, Tupelo, that area, call the people at Comer. 662-801-1777. If you live in Hernando, Memphis, South Haven, those areas, call Southern. 662-429-4429. It's the same great products and services, just different names. So get in touch with our friends at Comer and Southern. Are you looking for the perfect place to rent luxuriously in Oxford? Discover the Bell at the Lamar, Oxford's brand new apartments just 1 mile from the square. Live in the heart of it all with spacious 2 bedrooms starting at just $2,100 and 3 bedrooms for $2,400. Each unit features modern finishes, beautiful interior doors, quartz countertops. They're perfect for parents, students, or anyone wanting to enjoy the university, ball games, and everything Oxford has to offer. They're going fast, so don't miss your chance to call the Bell at the Lamar home. Call them today, 662-550-0467, or visit thebeloxford.com to schedule your tour. 2025 OPC Fall Youth Sports registrations are going on right now. They come to a close on Sunday, July the 6th. It's hard to believe we're that close to Sunday, July the 6th, but alas. This includes soccer, baseball, softball, flag football, volleyball. You can complete your registrations online through the OPC website at oxfordparkcommission.com. There's also in-person registration available at both centers Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 p.m. Oxford locals, Ole Miss families, if you need dry cleaning or laundry done right, Lapel's Dry Cleaning has you covered. Proudly serving the Oxford community since 2016, Lapel's takes care of everything from suits and formal dresses to comforters and everyday laundry. Even better, they offer free pickup and delivery. to make life easier. Just call them at 662-638-3149 to be added to their pickup and delivery route, or visit them at 3010 Old Taylor Road, right across from the Mark Condominiums. Mention MPW Digital. You get 50% off your first order. Trust lapels to keep you looking your best. Are you retiring soon? How long should you wait to take Social Security? What accounts should you pull from first? Are you already retired? Should you consider Roth conversions? These are just some of the questions that can only be answered with the personalized retirement income plan. Andrew Seago with Seago Wealth Management specializes in helping folks just like you come up with their retirement game plan. So whether you meet at his office in Collierville or prefer Zoom from anywhere, schedule a free discovery meeting. See what they can do for you. It's rebelsretire.com. Stress out about the Rebels, not your money. Rebelsretire.com.
I'm lucky I didn't harm something, I think, with this Dr. Tishner's real quick, because I looked the directions up here. It says dilute it with 5 parts water before use.
Damn.
5.
Damn.
So mix 1 teaspoon of mouthwash with 5 teaspoons of water. Swish 30 seconds. Can also be used as a first aid antiseptic. I mean, this is like back in the day when they're going, hey, just rub some Robitussin on it. Like, this is the stuff you just use for a little bit of everything.
You could have taken that out to the ball field.
I mean, man, oh, man.
When you messed up your elbow, you could have just poured some Dr. Tishner's on it. You'd been back to...
It's been around since the 1860s. You don't remember this at all?
I'm not that old.
I meant your mom didn't have it around anywhere?
I told you, I think my grandmother may have.
Okay.
I don't think my parents did. My parents, I think, were scope people, if anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I remember scope, the blue scope.
Yeah. So I wasn't overly detailed with this ChatGPT thing, but here's what I asked it.
Okay.
Let's see. And I think I fine-tuned it one time. So I originally said, I didn't have it run it twice, but I wanted more information. I think I ended up saying, predict each game of Ole Miss's 2025 football season, including summaries of each game and season stats for key players, include stats for each game, and include postseason predictions if applicable following the regular season. And then I came back quickly and said, make sure to use all updated 2025 rosters, because sometimes they throw in a player from a previous year or something and it gets a little sideways on you, at that point.
Like Bo Jackson comes back to play for Auburn.
Well, no, but it's very likely that if you didn't make sure of that, it would have been, hey, Ulysses Bentley had 8 carries, and they'd been all the jokes because he didn't get that all season. So it'd been like, hey, it's what
fired people up.
Yeah.
So you're going to tell me Bentley didn't get a single carry in this thing?
Bentley did not get
What
a
in the
single
hell
carry.
is going on?
He's completely lost. It actually had it going too well, because, I mean, I kind of was in my mind. I'm like, do I want this thing to spit out 12 and 0? Or do I want it to spit out 7 and 5 to get people all like annoyed here? Like, what am I looking for when it does it? But it likes Ole Miss, so I'll go through it real quick. It has Georgia State, the opener, has Ole Miss winning 45-14. Says Austin Simmons has 280 yards and 3 touchdowns. They get 120 yards from Logan Diggs. Pace frustrates Georgia State. 45-14 in the opener over, what are they?
The Panthers.
They
right?
are the Panthers. That is correct.
Is that right?
Yeah. They scared the hell out of Vandy last year, or beat Vandy, one or the other. Is that right?
Beat Vanderbilt.
They did beat Vanderbilt last year.
Yeah.
Tight game here. A fourth quarter would be... the message boards would not be a very happy place, I think, if this exactly pans out. It has Ole Miss winning 31-27 in Lexington.
Ooh,
and a tight one in week 2.
Man, there could be some people on the beat nervous that day.
Ole Miss falls behind early, but mounts a fourth quarter comeback fueled by linebacker Prince Will Umanamelon, strip sack and a late touchdown drive. Tightly contested, but Rebels grinded out for the win in Lexington, 31-27. Season defining there in week 2.
Be some heart palpitations that day.
Week 3, Arkansas, strong performance at the Vault as Ole Miss wins 38-17 over the Razorbacks. Balanced offense, 300 passing, 150 rushing, multiple plays of 20+. Defense holds Razorbacks to under 250 total yards. That'd be a good day at the office for Ole Miss.
So we're rolling at this point. What we got?
3-0.
3-0. Tulane comes in, John Summerall and company.
Penalties and turnovers keep Tulane in early, but Ole Miss pulls away late with big plays from their wide receivers, namely Caden Lee. Special teams score seals the win by 2 touchdowns as they continue their undefeated streak to open the season, 34-20 over the Tulane Green Wave.
So at this point, people are getting a little antsy about this LSU game coming up. I'm guessing because I don't know.
You're 4-0.
What is LSU coming into this game?
They're good too.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have their. I did not ask it to give me the rest of the SEC to this date. I could have done that, but I did not.
All right.
So, actually, I probably can go into this prompt at the bottom and have it do that. I'll try it in a second. We'll see what happens in real time.
Sure.
LSU back in Oxford, September 27th. It will be a freaking zoo. Neal won't leave the house after Wednesday morning. They can have the town, the whole thing at that point. It'll be nuts. A close Magnolia Bowl loss for Ole Miss. LSU prevails on a late field goal. Ole Miss quarterback throws for 320 yards and 2 touchdowns, but defense struggles with red zone stops, giving LSU a 28-24 win over Ole Miss.
Oh, I would have thought that would be higher scoring than that.
Well, he said some turnovers and stuff, so you got
this computer clearly likes LSU. It just doesn't like Ole Miss.
A bye. That happens. I get that one right on October the 4th.
Okay.
Washington State coming into town for homecoming on October the 11th here in Oxford.
Early game.
Ole Miss defense shines in first ever matchup between the two schools. The offense is explosive. Simmons throws for 4 touchdowns. They get 2 more on the ground and win 42-10 over the Cougars.
All right.
So they rout Washington State.
That'd be a good day because that game starts at 11.
Oh, you're right in early third quarter.
I mean, if I'm actually covering that game, I'll be
setting up a critical 3-game stretch.
Yeah,
got a lot coming right here.
I could be out of the stadium by 5:30 that day.
That's true. That's a good point, Ron. I
might be out of the stadium before the game even starts.
Ron makes a good point. He says, "Hey, why don't you save the SEC standings for another content item? Hey, there's always tomorrow, bud. So, hey, later today." Georgia on the road in Athens. Georgia exacts revenge in Athens. Ole Miss shows fight, but can't contain Georgia's run game. Simmons battles with 280 yards and 2 touchdowns, but suffers 2 interceptions. Georgia wins 31-17 over the Rebels.
I'd buy that.
That's nothing crazy here.
No.
We're
so far. I'm not having a hard time. I'm having a hard time coming up with an argument
because you think it's being fairly. I mean, it's obviously giving them some close wins. It's
they're going
to have close games. I mean,
if you told me Kentucky early in the season's a close game, I buy it.
Big game here if it played out like this, because you're talking about a big stretch. You got Oklahoma and South Carolina back-to-back here at Oklahoma, October 25th. Thrilling road win for the Rebels, 27-24. Simmons orchestrates a late-game drive. Lucas Carnero, the Western Kentucky transfer kicker, nails a 45-yard field goal for the game winner. Defense forces a fumble on the final drive for Oklahoma. Back-to-back hostile venues, but Rebels show resilience in the win. Be a huge win for the Rebels that day.
Well, yeah, given the fact that in this scenario they've already lost twice, that Oklahoma game would have been disqualifying. A win over Oklahoma. Now you get into the month.
You got home games and a little path.
You got a chance in November. We're trying to finesse their way to the playoffs with the Gamecocks coming in.
South Carolina, November 1st. Strong home response from the Rebels, beating the Gamecocks 35-21 and picking off Lenora Sellers twice in the game. Balanced attack. Defense gets multiple turnovers, multiple sacks. Simmons 3 touchdowns, and Princewell back at it, 2 sacks and 10 tackles in this game. So, what?
I was laughing at Ginger. She said resilient Rebels.
I did not write it. It was there. Because typically I will remove it because I'm like, it's too like, I will find myself sometimes writing something and I'll end up using that word and go, nope, I'm not even doing it. Yeah. We're just going to move on and go from there. That was ChatGPT. I don't know.
Okay.
The Citadel.
I'm going to guess it gives the Rebels a win here.
Dominant start to November homestand. Several backups shine. Simmons sits second half, but still finishes with 250 yards and 2 touchdowns and a 55-7 win over the Bulldogs.
Okay.
Against the Citadel.
That's an early game too, right?
I don't know. Is it?
I hope so. And anybody who doesn't.
How frustrated would you be if the Citadel was like a 7:45 kick?
I mean, pretty pissed.
You're like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I mean, come on.
What are we doing here at this point?
Nobody wants that, even if they're honest.
Florida, November 15th.
Okay, big game. A year ago,
Same situation.
it kind of got unplugged right here.
Season-defining revenge game. Ole Miss scores late in the fourth, sealing victory. Defense makes big stops, keyed by a Centurion Perkins sack. Simmons 310 yards and game-winning touchdown pass, and a 28-24 win over the Gators.
Whew. Boy, be some tight, you know what, in Vaught Hemingway that day.
Austin be pretty popular by this point in the season. He'd be rolling all right.
I mean, I can hear some of the podcast now.
Oh, move over Manning on the Monday after the thing. Literally headline right there across the middle. You can have it. Go ahead, take it. Bye week on November 22nd, and then a road game at Mississippi State to close the regular season. Rebels close with a rivalry command 31-14 win over the Bulldogs. Offense rolls early. Diggs breaks 150 yards. Defense forces turnovers and quells MSU's upset hopes, giving Ole Miss a 10-2 regular season and a 6-2.
So the Rebels make the playoffs.
Rebels make the playoffs.
How about that?
Quarterback Austin Simmons, 3,632 yards passing on the season, 32 touchdowns, 10 interceptions.
Boy, they take that right now if you offered it.
Oh, boy. Lane blood all over the screen. Just take it. 250 rushing yards, 3 touchdowns on the ground. You got Prince Well getting 12 tackles for loss and 6 sacks on the season. Caden Lee, 1,050 yards. And Ole Miss's defense finishing top 3 in the SEC in turnovers. That's one of those stats they actually would kind of need to pull this off.
Yeah.
You would need a lot of turnovers, things along those lines.
If you told me that Ole Miss makes the playoffs, one of the things I would say happened was that they were very, very good with protecting the football and causing turnovers. Because I don't think they're going to be as good from a yards allowed this year as they were a year ago. I don't think that's a realistic ask.
No, it's not. So you be a little more advantageous. Do some things like
more
that.
sacks, interceptions, fumble recoveries, things of that nature.
Ole Miss.
The other thing I would tell you, maybe I'm giving away a content item, but I don't even know what I'm doing these days. I would tell you that they ran the football better.
Yeah.
Not quarterback run.
Running back.
Running back run.
Which is the big key here because we just don't know what this offensive line looks like.
No.
That's the issue.
You could tell me it's better. You could tell me it's worse. And I'd be like, okay, I can't. If the football gods dropped in and gave me any information at all on the offensive line, I would just have to believe them.
Ole Miss earns the number 7 seed in the college football playoff and a rematch home game with the LSU Tigers.
Oh, wow. LSU coming to Oxford twice in one season.
That wouldn't be a tough ticket at all.
Congratulations, Lee Harris. Hey.
You win no matter what.
I mean, Merry Christmas to you, sir.
Yes. Yes, you can buy the whatever it is on your mind. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah,
you got it.
What'd you want for Christmas? Sure.
Yes, Oxford home game.
John Dessler's happy. God almighty, LSU coming to Oxford twice in one season,
including a playoff game.
That's a lot.
Austin Simmons, the MVP.
Congratulations
of the game
to all the distributors here: Bud, Miller, Coors.
Austin Simmons becomes a legend on this day. MVP of the game, 3 touchdowns and 350 yards in a 38-24 win over the Tigers.
Wow.
Getting the rematch victory.
How about that?
Moving on to the CFP quarterfinals against the Michigan Wolverines, which won the Big Ten.
Man, there'd be some. I'm not trying to be stereotypical here, but there would be some happy kids at Christmas time because Daddy would open up the purse strings a little bit. I'm guessing there'd be some good moods 3-4 days before Christmas. That would be the day, kids. Wait till that Sunday and say, you know what I'd really like for Santa Claus to bring me, Dad? Santa Claus probably go get it.
Oh, doors not closed. That game would blow 03 out of the water. It's a freaking playoff game, and I mean,
it would blow Alabama 14, Georgia last year completely out of the water. It'd be insanity.
Ole Miss advancing to the quarterfinals, the Mercedes-Benz Stadium to face the Michigan Wolverines in the Peach Bowl in the quarterfinals. 24-20 in the fourth quarter. Ole Miss mounting a late drive to try to get the victory. An Austin Simmons fumble turns into a 7-minute drive for the Wolverines as they score the as they
Hold on to the football. Good God.
as they scored the touchdown to put it away, and Michigan ends Ole Miss's season 31-20 in the Peach Bowl. Ole Miss goes 11-3 in 2025.
Don't turn the ball over.
Well, there would be those message board posts. Told you couldn't handle the big moment. Told you. He runs too much. Wouldn't hold on to it.
So stubborn. Paid for it now, didn't you, Austin? Huh?
Doors has
you know what? He was too focused on leaving for the NFL after that season. That's all he could think about was going to the draft. He wasn't focused. He wasn't locked in.
I mean, Doors does have a good point. The real question is then who's the quarterback the next season because he's a first-round pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's – bye.
See ya. Peace.
I mean, woo.
That's pretty – as they said in Bull Durham, it's pretty woolly.
Oh.
Yeah, should have played Bentley. Should have given the ball to Bentley. He wouldn't have fumbled. No, that's interesting. I'd love to know like the machinations that went into what was used to make those predictions, but that's pretty. There's nothing in there that I hear that goes, wow, no way. Now, in that was, right, now we make it a human thing, that Kentucky game, if you buy these numbers, right, the Kentucky game could have gone either way. The the Florida game could have gone either way. And they who knows? That's why they play the games.
Who knows? Why they play the game.
I mean, if you tell me today there's one game they simply don't win, it would be the one that kind of the computer agreed with me. I'd go, well, they lose in Athens.
The projection, Chet, I asked it to run out the regular season standings for me.
Okay.
And they had Ole Miss. They had Georgia, Texas, Ole Miss, and LSU making the playoff out of the SEC.
Okay.
They had Georgia winning the league at 12-0.
Okay.
Had Texas finishing number 2.
Okay.
Had Ole Miss going 3rd and LSU going 4th. Well,
tied basically.
Yeah, basically tied.
Yeah.
Just the way it shook out.
Whatever.
Had Oklahoma next.
I think they're going to be good.
Tennessee after that.
Okay.
Hugh would be fired in this scenario. Has Auburn going 4-8 in the league this year, or 4-8 overall this year.
It might be worse than a firing.
Firing squad.
Yeah. I mean, don't go out in public. I mean, for the love of God.
I mean, dude.
Oh,
dear God.
4-8?
That's what it says.
Whew.
Auburn faces a lack of stability at key positions and on both sides of the ball. The offense is inconsistent, and they struggle against SEC competition. Don't make a bowl game and finish with a disappointing record.
Ooh.
That's what it says.
Goodness gracious. All right, what else you got?
He gave Arkansas 6 wins.
That's about right.
Be interesting for the Razorbacks right there.
That's about right.
Had Tennessee going 8-4. Had A&M going 8-4.
Okay.
Insert all your jokes, but it's where it.
I mean, I'm not doing it this year. I refuse. But there are going to be people who will look at the A&M roster and go, "That's a talented team. They have a chance to make the playoffs."
Carolina 7-5. That'd be really disappointing for the Gamecocks.
It would be, but it kind of selling in South Carolina.
Kentucky 5-7. Vanderbilt 5-7.
5-7. So John Summerall's the new head coach at Kentucky. Congrats.
Oh. Mississippi State 3-9.
6-6. It gets pretty interesting at Arkansas.
Aren't they all kind of ready to move on?
Everybody seems ready to move on. 6-6. Just depends on. You'd have to get into the whole money thing. Anyway, who else we got? What's Alabama?
8-4. 8-4 for the Alabama Crimson Tide. 8-4 for Missouri.
Okay. In that world,
says they struggle replacing Brady, Cook, and have quarterback issues throughout the season.
In that world, 8-4, my guy's doing a pretty good job.
Oh no, that's fine. That's good. Eight is sort of the number for me for frankly kind of Ole Miss and Missouri to go. No, we're still incredibly nationally relevant. We had a good year. We're transitioning a little.
Where's Florida?
We're okay. 7-5 for the Gators.
Okay,
that'd be a disappointing season
but not a firing disappointment.
No, and that schedule's tough. Like I know they kind of handled it a little bit last year, but that's a tough schedule at that point.
Okay,
but you would have changes at Auburn. You'd have changes at Kentucky. You'd have an interesting Arkansas.
It'd get weird at Alabama at 8-4.
What are you asking me about the message board, BWL? I don't know what the question is. Yeah, Stoops does have a crazy contract.
It does, but at some point they'll eat it.
Is Alabama at 8-4 a fireable offense?
They'd have a conversation, but no, they wouldn't fire him.
They would not fire him.
No.
That Auburn thing, though, that's
wild. 4-8. He would not make this. He would not survive the season.
He wouldn't be there in November because the way the schedule.
No, DJ Durkin would finish that season.
Yeah. Okay. I do think adding ChatGPT to the picks is not a bad idea.
No, it'd be funny.
See how it does. I mean, maybe we discovered that thing hits on like 68% of the bets or something for the year and go, whoa.
Oh.
That was suddenly. I mean, there's definitely people out there that do it. Hey, give me the winners for the week, and we just go throw a hundy on it.
Oh, there's
I don't suggest that.
No. Wow. 4-8. I'm having a hard time getting past 4-8 for Auburn.
I let my kid put a hedgehog tattoo on my hand yesterday, and I keep looking at it and think I have like a stain or an ink blot or something.
I wondered what that was.
Yeah, it's a hedgehog. Of my options, that seemed to be the best one. What
were the other choices?
It was a lot of squirrels with roses all around it and stuff like that. And I figured the hedgehog was the easiest move to make. That's tomorrow. We'll do Grok tomorrow. We'll do Gemini the next day. We'll even see what the hell Grammarly thinks about it. I mean, sure, give it a shot there, bud. It's fine. No. Oh God.
10-2. That'd be a hell of a year. What is Copilot? Is that a?
Yeah, it's another one. There's a lot.
Your mom, not your mom, but your mom.
Yes.
Says Copilot has Ole Miss at 9-3. Only difference is losing to Florida.
There you go. I mean, I get it. There's no doubt. What do you think of Spurrier's comments on Arch yesterday?
Wrong.
More complicated.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways.
I mean, so much more.
Steve being Steve.
Yeah, he's Spurrier being Spurrier. You know where I'm going to go with this. I just trust the NFL guys when it comes to stuff like this because they get paid a lot of money to make these decisions. And yes, they miss it sometimes, but they get it right more often than the college analyst type people. NFL guys love Arch. They love him. They think he's going to be a franchise quarterback at the next level. I'm going to take their word for it. The Quinn Ewers thing was more complicated than that. The fact that Quinn Ewers isn't still at Texas as the quarterback tells you that Sarkisian told him, hey, I'm going to Arch next year.
Yeah. There's no doubt.
I mean, newsflash.
Yeah, I don't think ChatGPT is very good on coaching search situations. I asked it who would be the head coach at Auburn if Hugh Freeze is fired at the end of the season. And it had Matt Rule is the answer.
That would surprise me.
It wouldn't be too. It's, again.
Ask him who Kentucky. Him. Her. It.
Her. It. Yeah, we don't have a a gender on this the way we do with like Alexa and Siri and whatnot.
Yeah.
Do you have Siri the normal voice, or have you changed it into like an Australian male or something? Like who's talking for Siri?
I think it's normal voice now. For a long time, it was a British female.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
On my Ray-Bans, I have an AI version of Kristen Bell talking. Of all the options, that was the one that seemed the most palatable because it gives you a bunch of people to choose from. Predict the
I thought Kristen Chenoweth did a phenomenal job singing the anthem before Game 7. Did you watch?
I didn't watch it, but I'm a huge fan of Kristen Chenoweth because Wicked's my favorite musical.
It was an amazing performance,
Really?
I thought it was just, it set an incredible tone for that game.
She's from Oklahoma.
She's an Oklahoman.
Yeah,
I did not know that she was.
Yeah, she's from Oklahoma.
Yeah. She was great.
Let's see. It's running it right now. It's giving 3 options.
Okay.
I'm letting them run through.
Anything other than John Summerall's wrong.
It has it number 2.
Summerall's 2?
Yeah.
Who's 1?
Lance Leopold, Kansas.
Oh, okay. He won't get it. Who's 3?
Jeff Brom.
Okay.
It at least makes sense. Like I'm in the realm there.
Yeah, she's very diminutive.
Oh yeah,
in
tiny.
stature.
Yeah, tiny.
Because they showed her walking past Pascal Siakam, and she may have come up to his waist.
Oh really?
Yeah. I mean, he's tall.
Oh God. Okay.
Doors, yes. MPW Digital will still have Pete. Yes, we will absolutely have the Pete's Pigskin preview on MPW Digital.
Where else will it be?
Well, it's interesting that you asked that because I'm not really sure. Why don't you ask ChatGPT, smart ass? Huh? Why don't you do that?
I'm just curious.
Since it's got all the answers, it's picking all the games. Go ahead. That's ChatGPT.
Oh God! All right.
Plug that in. Let's see what happens.
All right, we're going to take a break. I'm going to tell you about some internet. I'm going to tell you about AnySpark, the fastest, most reliable fiber internet option available, whether you're streaming the Rebels or connecting with family and friends. They offer both residential and business packages with speeds up to 2 gigabits. To learn more, register for service. That's AnySpark.com. AnySpark, get connected. Stay local.
Arnett's Fine Jewelry is a 4th-generation jeweler located right here in Oxford in the old Lamons Jewelry Building. They got whatever jewelry you're looking for. You need jewelry repair, watch batteries. They can do all that. Obviously, the big stuff, diamond engagement rings, wedding bands, stackable diamonds, genuine stone bands, pearls, genuine color stones, diamond jewelry, and much more. Basically, wherever you're looking for jewelry, for gifts, they've got it at Arnett's. They want to be your jeweler. We're brought to you by the College Corner. We've got autographed footballs and helmets in stock. Speaking of gifts, those would be great for the Ole Miss fans in your life. They also have basically all the gear, all the clothing that you could want. 8 home games. We just went through all of them. Ole Miss goes 7-1 at home. Just breaking it to you. All the games, all the gear, red, powder, navy, white. They've got it at the College Corner. 2 locations in Jackson, 1 here in Oxford, just off of Sisk Avenue at the Oxford Commons. Also online at collegecornerstore.com. Let's see. We call Argent Wealth's 4OK Advisory Services team today. They'll conduct a complimentary, no-obligation benchmarking and analysis of your current 401k plan. Mention that you heard about Argent Wealth on MPW Digital. You get 10% off your first year's fees. We're brought to you by John Edwards, Regency Travel Incorporated in Memphis. John's part of Virtuoso. It's a worldwide network of travel partners that allows him to supply his clients with added values, unique benefits, simply not available to other travelers. Get in touch with John if you're trying to make a special trip, one that creates a lifetime of unique memories. Give him some parameters, give him a budget. He'll give you some options. And know this, you don't have to live in or near Memphis to take advantage of his services. It's 494-3387, or send him an email, jedwards@regencytravel.net. Get the beautiful, healthy smile you deserve at Corinth Dental. Dr. Bubba McQueen, Dr. Jenny Beth Hendrick are devoted to restoring and enhancing the natural beauty of your smile using conservative, state-of-the-art procedures that will result in a beautiful, long-lasting smile. From routine checkups to advanced treatment, including implants and Invisalign, Corinth Dental is here to help you achieve your smile goals. Schedule your appointment today and take the first step toward a better version of yourself. It's corinthdental.com.
Oh, that is great. G-Man says, careful with ChatGPT. It gets creative sometimes. Lawyer friend of mine was in court when a lawyer didn't do his homework, leveraged ChatGPT, and got busted because it was citing fictitious cases.
Oh.
Said argument sounding great until they realized a couple of the cases were completely made up by AI.
Wow.
Night.
That probably didn't go over well in the judge's chambers.
I'm going to need a continuous judge.
You're going to need more than that.
I asked ChatGPT what the 10 best national anthems were of all time. Kristen Chenoweth did not make the list, but it's new. Maybe if we ask in a year. But it's okay.
Yeah. It was really good. It was really good.
Of course, Whitney Houston is number one.
Yeah.
That it's with a bullet. There's no
That's it.
moment, sound, the whole
Everything.
thing. It was
perfect.
Marvin Gaye, 1983 NBA All-Star Game, number 2.
Oh, I remember that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Jimi Hendrix at Woodstock, number 3.
Don't remember that.
Beyonce, Super Bowl 50, number 4. I don't recall it, but I'll take their word for it.
Seems like I do remember that.
Number 5, Lady Gaga, Super Bowl 50.
She's very talented.
Number 6, Aretha Franklin, Super Bowl 40. I'm sure. I don't recall it, but
immensely talented.
Number 7, the Dixie Chicks from the 2003 NBA Finals between the Spurs and the Nets. That is a random one at number 7.
Oh, I remember that.
Said it's a stunning rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. Known for country folk music, the Chicks turned the national anthem into melodic and emotionally charged performance full of rich harmonies.
Huh.
The Chicks' harmonious vocals were both haunting and powerful, creating an ethereal and uplifting atmosphere for the start of the game. Number 8, Kelly Clarkson, Jeffrey's Girl, Super Bowl 40, 2006. Mm-hmm. Christina Aguilera, number 9, Super Bowl 2011. And number 10, Mario Lemieux and Wayne Gretzky duet from the 2002 Winter Olympics.
Really?
I don't remember this at all. At the 2002 Winter Olympics in Salt Lake, hockey legends Mario Lemieux and Wayne Gretzky earned a powerful duet rendition of the national anthem before the U.S.-Canada hockey game. The unexpected performance by these two legends not only paid tribute to the anthem, but created a memorable and emotional moment in Olympic history.
Gretzky's a Canadian, though, right?
What's an American? They played Canada. It was U.S. Canada.
Oh, they did them both.
Again.
Okay. The Canadian national anthem's a beautiful song.
Yeah.
We're having the pause here. It's probably not great for podcast
Yeah,
listeners.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
it's
I was
okay.
looking it up. It's all good. You were fine. They had a couple other where was it at? Yeah, I was trying to Google it because I don't remember anything of that.
I don't either.
Yeah, they had a few other honorable mentions, but that was the gist of it. Pink, Alicia Keys, and Dolly Parton, the 3 honorable mentions they mentioned. Dolly Parton is from the 2002 NBA All-Star Game.
Oh.
It's an interesting spot there.
I bet Pink is great on the anthem.
Super Bowl 52 in 2018. Rendition was memorable for its raw emotion and ability to recover after battling a throat infection leading up to the performance.
I think she's fantastic. Sometimes people are like, oh, that you lose your man card if you admit that, but give me a break.
And I'm not surprised that Alicia Keys can belt out the anthem.
See, Bryan Adams and Pat Benatar are touring together this fall.
That's an interesting.
2 of my favorite artists from when I was growing up.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think Pat Benatar is awesome. And Bryan Adams is one of my favorites.
Where are all they going?
I don't know.
Anywhere close?
I don't know. I need to look it up.
So would you go?
If I could do it, sure.
You're more of a concert person than I am. I just there's very few people that I'm overly interested to see.
Yeah, I actually enjoy concerts. for the most part. If they're kind of laid back, I don't want to be crammed. I don't want to be crammed like sardines. I do want to have a little space.
So they're going to make a decision in the next couple of weeks. Why the hell are we moving the NCAA tournament to 72 or 76 teams? Assuming we are.
I don't know. I don't understand. I mean, money.
I get it.
But that's it. But I don't like it. I mean, it's fine. It's perfect the way it is. Everybody likes it the way that it is. I don't know why we're adding more qualifier.
And they think 76 is more likely than 72.
Because they're basically going to add a round, right?
I mean, we're watering it down to where there's hardly any even
significance
to making it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, so if you go to 76 instead of 14 of the 16 SEC teams, just the whole damn league will make it. Which is fine, but I mean, making the tournament isn't the accomplishment that it was.
It expanded to 64 and 85.
And then they went to 68.
What was it before 85? Was it 48?
I think so. I mean, it's been a long time.
Okay. The baseball tournament went from 48 to 64 in 99, I think. I think that's right. 98, 99, something like that.
Ginger agrees with me on Brian Adams. I think he's terrific. I do. And again, it's another man card thing. I get it.
Is it really though?
Yeah. Sometimes people they'll make fun of you because you like some of his stuff. I think he's really good.
I mean,
Rod Stewart's playing in Birmingham. Laura really loves Rod Stewart at the amphitheater.
I mean, Brian Adams is not really considered yacht rock.
No,
it's not. It's more diverse than that.
My friend Johnny Goff is huge into yacht rock, and I like yacht rock.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with
it's
yacht
great.
Rock. Come on, there is nothing wrong with yacht rock.
I mean, you can throw a little Jeffrey Osborne on while you're sitting out there on the beach. It's pretty good.
I mean, we're white, okay? That's what we got.
Yeah,
and it is what it is. It's fine.
I'm a 50-something-year-old.
53 teams in 84.
I'm a 50-something-year-old white dude. I mean,
what do you expect I'm listening to?
What am I supposed to do? I mean, come on.
Yeah, Doors, you are startling the hell out of me when you say that. You're right. It's crazy. People say 30 years ago. My mind thinks 70s, and it's now 90s. Yacht rockumentary on HBO Max, pretty great.
Oh, I'd like that.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
I have to check that out. I like yacht rock a lot, as a matter of fact. The more I think about it, I mean, I don't like all of it.
Neal's over going, no, I mean,
I kind of like a lot of
tunes.
it.
What are you talking about?
I kind of like a lot of it. I mean, laying out by the pool, sipping a couple of cold ones. It's good. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay.
Did you see where the Division I Council is voting later? Oh, by the way, we both agree they shouldn't expand the tournament. It's stupid, but they're probably going to. It's going to be 72 or 60, 76. They're going to tell you in 3 weeks. There. Done.
Starting next season?
I don't know.
Okay. Whatever.
Let's see.
It is what it is. It's fine. Whatever. The coaches want it because more coaches make the tournament. If you make the tournament, it's hard to get fired. I guess. I don't know. You water it down to the.
One of the logistics is the expected addition of at least one site, such as Dayton in the men's NCAA tournament, blah, blah, blah. The location would be expected to be outside the Eastern time zone. Okay. It looks like they are trying to get it done for this season.
Okay.
That is the way I'm interpreting that as they're talking. So what I was going to say is, did you see where the Division I Council later this year is voting to allow college personnel, athletes, whatever, to vote to be able to bet on pro sports?
I saw that.
Yeah. Said that the overall strict abstinence is not working, and thus they were contemplating allowing the pro sports and just avoiding things that would actually be harmful to the college game.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with it.
I don't care if a college player's putting $15 on the Cowboys -2.5 against Cleveland. I mean, that's fine.
Because if they really want to, they're doing it anyway.
They're going to do it anyway. What you want to do is go, okay, look, you can do that, but now you can't. You know where it goes.
Well, I mean, because you and I are very similar, as in I sort of just go, gambling in general. We're getting down a slippery slope, and
Young
suddenly we get
people,
going.
and
And
now they have money, and it's if you don't think it's never going to be a scandal, you are naive. It is absolutely a matter of when, not if. Somewhere at the Power 4 level, there's going to be a gambling, point shaving, game fixing scandal that will rock college sports. It's inevitable. Literally, I would tell you there's a 0% chance it doesn't happen.
no, it is a guarantee at some point.
Yes. Yeah, they have generational money. They have people in their ears. Betting has become so mainstream. And we're guilty of it too. I mean, we build shows around it. I mean, I'm not sitting here in the pulpit, but I'm telling you, it's like one of the things I worry most about with
I agree
Carson.
With that. Yeah, I agree with that completely.
Because he'll sometimes come back and I have a friend did this and a friend did that. I'm like, with what money?
And do you hear about it when they don't do that?
Yeah, because
when they lose the 200.
Yeah, and then try to double down and use people go, well, there's limits on it. Okay, so you just get a new email address.
Start over.
And just go over again before you know it. You're thousands.
I mean, in my generation, it was poker. The online poker wrecked folks.
Of course it did.
I know people.
Of course
I know people that ran up thousands of dollars in debt in college in online poker. So, all right, a couple of things will come back. First, G&M Pharmacy, 662-236-2222. They deliver locally in the Oxford area and they offer medicine. If your prescriptions the same time each month and take care of you. One trip to the pharmacy, one delivery. You have everything you need when you need it with G&M. So, again, whether that's Tyson Drugs in Holly Springs or G&M in Oxford, that's 662-236-2222.
We're brought to you by Parrish Brewing Company. They've got a new, I guess it's new, summer kind of brew. It's Pescador, I think is what it's called.
Huh?
It's really good. It's a lager, has a little lime taste to it. Excellent. Love it. Wherever you look for beer, look for Parrish Brewing Company. They've got Dr. Juice. Tell you about those all the time. Ghost in the Machine, Envy. They've got a coffee stout, a little warm for a coffee stout, unless you're really into coffee stouts, but it's there. Be looking for it this fall when the weather cools down. Basically what it boils down to is if you see Parrish, they have a Pilsner that is absolutely terrific. Wherever you see Parrish Brewing Company, give it a shot. You will not regret it. Great beer at Parrish Brewing Company. I'll have a mailbag up at rebelgrove.com here a little bit later today. It's presented by Art Hayes, Sotheby's International Realty. If you're thinking of making a move, put the power of Sotheby's International Realty to work for you. As a licensed agent with Sotheby's and a supporter of all things Ole Miss, Art Hayes can help you buy or sell in your hometown or anywhere in the world at no charge to you. Seriously. So call and ask Art how, 612-805-5929, or email art at arthur.hayes@lakesmn.com.
So I had it, I pulled it up just because I was curious. And, but yes, by the way, men's basketball in college should absolutely go to quarters.
Yes.
I hate the halves.
Yes.
It already works on the women's game.
Yes.
They've tested it in the NIT at times. It works.
It works.
Do it. Reset the fouls.
It's a no-brainer.
Do the thing. It would help the bog down that we get into from time to time. Often.
Frequently.
Often, yes.
You literally can have a bad 3 minutes, and all of a sudden you're shooting free throws for 17.
Uh-huh. Yeah, there's no help.
Awful.
I pulled up the top 25 yacht rock songs of all time. As expected, Michael McDonald figures prominently on the list.
I mean, if someone goes, I hate Michael McDonald's music, I'm like, why?
I've listened to a podcast with him where he's been like kind of conflicted because he gets like it's his one wonder that he has in the industry, but at the same time it's like it's so typecast that it's just you're almost become a character in it. But it's like, hey, you still probably making mailbox money though. Just go ahead and take it and enjoy the moment there, Chief.
I mean, I get it though. I mean, it's the guy that plays a role, and that role becomes it's all he's known for, and he can't ever play another role.
He's 73 years old.
Yeah, let's not talk about their ages.
Okay, sorry. Steely Dan prominently in here. Chris Cross, obviously. Christopher Cross.
Yeah,
And
Chris Cross is great.
Hall & Oates, Private Eyes, number 5 on the list.
I saw Hall & Oates in concert, and it was awesome. It was. Shoot me.
Where at?
Memphis at the Botanical
Okay.
Gardens.
As expected, a lot of Doobie Brothers on the list.
See, I'm not crazy about Doobie Brothers.
Really?
Yeah.
What a Fool Believes is number 8
Yeah, it's a good song.
on the list. Some Steely Dan's on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Ricky Don't Lose That Number, number 11 on the list.
Yeah, not my favorite song, but I know the song. The fact that I could probably sing the words.
You think so?
If you played the music, yeah, probably.
Okay.
Julia White has left the chat. Yeah, I'm surprised Toto's not higher on the.
It's on. No, it's up there.
Okay.
The top 5 is Michael McDonald. I keep forgetting every time you're near, number 1.
Oh yeah, it's a good song.
Steely Dan, Peg, number 2.
Okay.
Toto, Africa, number 3.
Yeah, for sure.
Christopher Cross, Sailing, number 4.
Yeah, it's a great
I mean,
song.
it's
Oh, come on.
and Hall & Oates, Private Eyes, number 5. That's the list.
I'm surprised Private Eyes is the yacht rock song that they would go with.
That's number 5. Some Kenny Loggins on here. This Is It, number 7.
Oh, it's a good song. It's a good song. Dang, I mean,
He's not just soundtrack guy. He's got some other things too.
oh,
Kenny
Loggins, he got some range.
Baby Come Back, number 10,
Oh,
by
that's
Player.
good. Absolutely.
The ultimate breakup anthem, Baby Come Back, features lush instrumentation and heartfelt vocals, the smooth vibe, and catchy chorus, making it an essential yacht rock song. Somebody stumbled on this for basketball takes from Chris Beard yesterday, and instead, it's fine. He spoke.
Yeah, I asked him a question about did you get anything from the NBA Finals, and he gave me a phenomenal answer because Chris is.
He will give phenomenal answers on good questions.
If it's about basketball, you get great answers. He
eats, sleeps, and breathes it.
And the guy's a basketball genius. But I asked him, the Thunder and the Pacers both played a lot of defense. That was their calling card. I know you watch a lot of NBA. Did you take anything from that maybe you can use? And boiled down, yes. And then he went into some of the things and saved a few things because he didn't want to tell me everything, which I get. But yes, they use it. They use the clips in practice.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. He was like, we're doing a lot of Game 6 and Game 7 stuff with the players right now because it's new and they watch it.
Interesting.
Here's the college players love the NBA because they want to play in the NBA.
Yeah, sure. That's interesting.
So yeah, he said, some college coaches don't watch any NBA, which I find to be wild, but I know it to be true. And he said others are obsessed with it. And he said he's somewhere in the middle, but closer to the obsessed.
How much does Andy watch?
NBA? Oh, a lot.
Does he?
Yeah. I mean, they're great coaches. Like Rick Carlisle, some of the adjustments that he made, and then the adjustments that Mark Daignault made in Game 7 to adjust to Game 6 was brilliant. Brilliant people. These are people that really, and to teach that, and they're great players. I mean, the film breakdown of Game 7 was on NBA TV was really good.
You watched it?
Yeah, I have issues. I'm having kind of withdrawals right now. We get the draft tonight, and then after that, I guess Summer League starts soon. I'll probably watch some Summer League, but I'm having some withdrawals. I knew I would miss this season. This season was a lot of fun.
G-Man makes a good point. Talking to Beard and most coaches, it is kind of like ChatGPT, all about the prompt. Ask the question the right way. Ask the right question.
Because he's a guy that listens to the question. Some coaches don't really listen to the question. You start the question, and that's it.
Mike has gotten much better at simply answering the question instead of trying to figure out your angle and then
Right.
altering like sometimes it's, well, what do you mean? It's like, no, just answer it.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Because then Chris responded to me with, why are you asking that? I was like, because I'm curious.
mhm.
I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm not coming in with, hey, I'm working on
I've got to fill this quote in right here,
Yeah.
period. Yes.
I'm 2 paragraphs in, and right now I need a quote from you that says this. Would you give that to me?
Yeah, sure.
No, I don't know. Because he could have said, nah, I really didn't watch much of that.
Yeah, okay.
And I'd be like, all right.
Good enough. Moving on.
But I had a feeling that the fact that the 2 best defensive teams in the league are the ones that made it to the finals, and him being a guy that, at least reputationally, if you say, hey, Chris Beard, what portion of basketball do you associate with him most? It's defense. I don't know if that's fair or not. And I said that to him. I was like, I don't know if this is fair, but that's what people say. So given that, and he was like, yeah, no, we looked at it a lot about the way that the Pacers played. The Pacers did something in the playoffs that most people said you can't do in the NBA, which is basically picked up the trap 3/4 court, sometimes full court. Totally fooled the Thunder in Game 6 because they didn't pick up till half court. The Thunder was like, what's going on? We weren't prepared for this. And there's a lot. A lot of the stuff that the Thunder do with spring traps, switching, faking a switch, making you think they're going to switch and then not switching, coming out, dropping back before you even penetrate. So
a lot there.
You start the penetration and you think, I'm going to have a free path to the basket, and suddenly you don't because somebody that you thought was coming up went back. All that's coaching.
It's a chess game.
It's nerds, yeah. Where you set the screen, the high screen pick and rolls, setting screens up near midcourt to create space. Everything. Those are all things that coaches love, especially the basketball nerds. And then I thought he got a question about analytics that was interesting, where he's like, yeah, but you have to be, do I get into analytics? Sure. Do we use analytics? Sure. But
you got to be human.
Well, the part of it that the good coaches have figured out is, yeah, you can know all this stuff, right? But I've got to take this stuff and I've got to boil it down and I've got to give it to my players in a way that they can absorb it, and in a way that it doesn't overwhelm them. Because you can give them an hour's worth of stuff and their heads are going to spin. Or you can give them, hey, there's this one thing that you do that if we incorporate, it's pitching. You can't go teach a guy 6 new pitches. But you can get, hey, let's try this one thing with finger placement on your slider.
And we can do that.
And now we'll work on that. And you give him a reason to trust you that, hey, I've got your best interest at heart. I'm not just being a computer nerd.
Right. Yeah, I don't know when the full non-con basketball schedule is coming out. We just keep getting kind of pieces as time goes on. July 1st, somebody says. Okay, good enough. That's free agency starting. Sorry.
Yeah.
Answering a different question.
I don't know when though.
Yeah. Draft tonight, free agency, July 1st. So we'll hit all those things and more, assuming with Jeffrey tomorrow. So take care. Check the message boards. You can read the actual written version of what we talked about with ChatGPT. If you'd like to see a little more in detail, I didn't give all of it here on the podcast. So take care, and we'll talk to you again soon.